had a year of reflection, I'd say, speaking to all the teams, drivers, and we're all, I am Ginetta, Lawrence, makes this show happen, but we're all custodians of it, and we want to make it better. And each championship we've gone through in fine detail, made some big executive decisions, and I'm really pleased we've got some fantastic offers and packages for 2025, which I'm very confident will be full grids. I mean, it's just been such a success. 20 years of Ginetta Juniors and the drivers we've created. I mean, I had Louis Foster winning the NXT IndyCar last weekend. Lando in F1, people on Le Mans grid. The alumni of Ginetta Junior, Tom Ingram, it's just not matched by anybody. The car is perfect for teaching you to drive. Doesn't need changing too much. But we don't want to sit on our laurels, and it's important we do more for British motorsport. So we've worked hard on new bodywork tooling. It's got an Evo package, so there is an evolution to the Ginetta Junior. The front end of the car is more in line with the rest of the G56 platforms. And we're doing a deal for anybody who enters with a current car, free set of bodywork for next year, which free. Who is doing that in this world? So we've got new teams. We've got some of the single-seater teams from the paddock stepping up. So Ginetta Junior will be full next year, and I can't wait to see the show that's going to be put on. The bodywork is 50% cheaper than it's been this year. I'm freezing the tyres at £35 a tyre. It's £50 a set, cheaper than junior karting, junior Rotax, and it's one set for the weekend. So we can't do any more. We have really put our stamp on this. And one thing I'm super proud about, if you look at the British Racing Drivers Club, there's 38 rising stars. 19 of them have come from Ginetta. The superstars, there's 13 BRDC superstars on the way to F1. 9 of that crop are from Ginetta. So for me, I don't need to sell it. The model works, the car's amazing, the teams, coaches, drivers, parents, everybody puts on such a show, and we've I think, nailed it, nailed that detail, and it's going to fly. And one thing, which I will announce, but we are very proud that the 8th round of the championship will be taking them overseas next year. There's been a lot of work behind the scenes with Motorsport UK to allow a 14-year-old junior licence. But we're going abroad and show people in Europe what Ginetta Juniors is, which I can't wait for.
Well, it was a dramatic opening race of the weekend for the Ginetta Junior Championship that saw two of the heavy hitters in the title race sharing the front row. Chase Fernandez had pole position. Jeff Hall, though, wanted to try and assert his authority on the race from the get-go, but couldn't get through into Redgate Corner. Or they might work together in the early stages of the race. That seemed to be the case for a lap or so, but eventually battle was well and truly joined between the two of them, whilst further back Alfie Slater got it all wrong down at the old hairpin and skated through the gravel trap. Jack Robinson also had a visit to the pit lane. This is why. Collision with Torrin Byrne up at the top of the hairpin at Goddard's. This, though, the big moments of the race. Chase Fernandez and Jeff Hall clashing whilst battling for the lead at the chicane. Ethan able to continue, but Fernandez was beached in the gravel trap. Brought about a safety car period, after which Colin Cronin found himself in the lead, looking for his first win in the championship. There was carnage further back, though. Isaac Phelps was drilled by Ruben Dan at the Melbourne hairpin, and both of them were out of the race. Then on the final lap, Marcus Sater went round the outside of the race leader at the chicane, cut through the chicane, and held on to lead at the checkered flag, with Cronin claiming his maiden podium in the championship.
Takes us on to step number 3 of the podium.
And the third place is always great for the championship. Obviously starting off second, maintained that for the first 5 laps. Went for a move for the lead, and from my behalf I was fully around the outside, but some contact spun us both round, which sort of hindered their race a little bit. I dropped down, lost a few places, but ultimately managed to come back up to P3, so I'm very happy with the result. Just got to take each race how it comes. Third place is great championship points, like I said, so just got to keep doing what I'm doing and just be consistently up in the top 3.
Yeah, it was a great race. Much that happened in the race, so yeah, I'm really happy about how it ended. A shame that on the last lap that I got put off on the gravel, but I think it was a racing incident because I was in front onto the turn and I got a hit from the side, so nothing I really could do. Yeah, I'll try my best to repeat my success, and yeah, I'll hope for the best.
First ever victory. To be honest, didn't expect. I was happy anywhere on that podium or even in the top 5, but it just seemed the whole race kind of went. Every phase kind of went our way. The only scary bit was the safety car when it bunched everyone up again, just made it. But then a bit of chaos happened behind us. So I guess that was really it. back to it tomorrow, and I think it's raining tomorrow, so it's a new day, and we'll see how it goes.
Wet second race of the weekend here at Donington for the Ginetta Junior Championship saw a brilliant battle rage race long at the front between Chase Fernandez and Henry Joslin. Henry having muscled his way through into second place at the start, ahead of yesterday's winner, Colin Cronin, who inherited that win after a Marcus Sater post-race penalty. It was a relatively clean run through the first corner until the last car came into view, Holly Mile rotating after possibly a bit of a touch on the apex, depositing herself into the gravel. She was able to rejoin though, so no need for a safety car. Then another bit of drama at the end of the lap. Around went James Ellis off the nose of Harry Moss's car at the Goddard's hairpin. The last drama for Harry over the course of the 20 minutes. Isaac Phelps and Marcus Sater engaged in a fantastic mid-race battle, constantly changing positions. Isaac Phelps would have fourth place, then Sater would come back through. That, meanwhile, was the moment that our racing imploded in this race. Alfie Slater careering into the side of Tom Ingram Hill and taking himself out of the race at the Melbourne hairpin. Ethan Jeff Hall was charging through the order after a poor qualifying effort in 12th. He ended up finishing in third, scoring valuable championship points, but wasn't able to challenge the top two. Henry Joslin and Chase Fernandez, regular changes of lead were the order of the day. It looked towards the end of the race like Joslin had put himself in a winning position, but he ran wide out of Redgate corner on the final lap, and Chase Fernandez was able to squeeze through to hold on to claim a 6th victory of the season and to keep his championship hopes very much alive going into race 3.
Way up onto the third step of the podium.
It was always going to be tough starting 12th. Got an unfortunate penalty yesterday, which made us start 10 places further back. So started P12. And was just about trying to avoid the carnage on the first couple of laps, and then got into my rhythm and started picking them off one by one and managed to get up to third place by the end.
Great work to sort that overnight. But it's a win.
Yeah, it was a good race. Me and Chase managed to get away at the start, and then we had a really good battle until the end. Unlucky that I didn't come on top, but still really happy with P2. He seemed to be a bit faster in the last corner and a bit through the mid, but I was faster like in the first corner and stuff. But it was still about the same pace, and it created a really good race between us two.
One more race to go today. Looking forward to that one?
Yeah, now starting P2 should be able to get away at the start, and hopefully that's a good race as well.
Claim the win in round 21 of the Ginetta Junior Championship for 2024.
Come away with a win today feels a bit like redemption from yesterday. Maybe, who knows, we could have had another win yesterday, but yeah, we moved on from then and come away with a win today, and we'll go again this afternoon. Yeah, we've closed the gap up a bit there, and hopefully we'll just continue to do that and see where we end up at the end of Brands. Yeah, it was a really good race that. You know, we were switching back and forth the whole time. Just happy to come out on top. Finding the grip, really, it's quite a difficult, slippery surface is always going to be hard, and it's quite greasy out there. Made it even more difficult, but yeah, come away with a win.
Well, a hugely exciting third race of the weekend for the Ginetta Junior Championship here at Donington Park. Saw once again Chase Fernandez start from pole position, and despite an early challenge from Henry Joslin, was really the last we'd see of the number 26 car, which just slowly started to drop down the order, much as it did in yesterday's largely dry opening race of the weekend. The plummet down the order began with an off at the old hairpin on the opening lap. That dropped him off the podium places, but he luckily did not lose control, unlike Ethan Carney, who looped the 53 car a little bit further back. Ethan Jeff Hall briefly had the lead ahead of his teammate Chase Fernandez, but a moment up at McLean's corner allowed Fernandez back through. The two, though, would battle very, very hard through the middle part of the race, with Ethan Jeff Hall at one point sweeping around the outside at the final turn at Goddard's, but Chase Fernandez would not be beaten. He made a lovely late dummy switch back up the inside into Redgate corner, and Ethan Jeff Hall was forced to try and hang on around the outside. Archie Clark then joined in the fun as well and was able to move through into second place. At this point, he was the fastest car on the track and really looked like he might be able to challenge for that maiden victory in the championship. But then Ethan Jeff Hall had other ideas, came sailing up the inside of him into McLean's, got back into second position and allowed the leader to get away. Marcus Sater had a time penalty for exceeding track limits, but that did not deter him from getting involved in the battle on the final lap. But Archie Clark was able to hold on to a podium, chasing home the R-Racing pair at the front, with Chase Fernandez claiming a 7th win of the year.
Was at one point leading the race and could have been on for his first win, but wasn't to be today. Finishing
Yeah, it was really good. I had a few struggles in the previous races, so to have a good finish like that really makes the weekend a lot better. Yeah, I just made a mistake and covered the corner a little bit too much, allowing Chase to get back on me, but I'll learn for next time, and then hopefully I'll get a better result.
Good championship points for Ethan as he will head to Brands Hatch in 3 weekends' time.
Obviously starting P3 after coming through in the race 2. Got up to second by the first lap, and then just started to work with my teammate. Got into the lead, and then quickly dropped back down to third, but got back up to second, and then just tried to close the gap down the last couple of laps, but it was just a bit too big. But great championship points, so I'm happy. Obviously Archie did a great job to go up into second. I think he got to lead at one point, but I managed to get back past him and then create a little gap to the people behind. Yeah, obviously I think I've got quite a big gap, so just going to go into Brands with a cool head and just do the best I can in the races. Don't need to do anything too silly, don't need to win the races, but just got to collect some good championship points.
Congratulations to Chase. Cheer goes up from him as he shakes the hand of Archie Clark and Ethan Jeff Hall, his teammate.
Absolutely buzzing with that result. We've had a mega weekend, the pace has been there the whole time, and glad to come away with 2 wins for the team. We've closed the gap up a bit and it's all to play for at Brands, and we'll definitely be going for it.